Hey everybody, thanks for watching. In this video, we're going to see what would happen if the New York Jets trade for Jimmy Garoppolo. As you can see here, this is the trade that I set up with the 49ers. Sam Darnold needed to be dealt elsewhere if we were going to get a new quarterback. I figured he's a young guy. Maybe the 49ers want to take a chance on him. And if so, they also wouldn't need our second overall pick to draft a quarterback. And I still think, as you can see, I drafted our second first round pick, which is pick number 23. That's still extremely generous to give to the 49ers. But I did anyway here, and it went through without a hitch. And so now the new quarterback for the New York Jets is Jimmy Garoppolo. The reason why I'm making this video is because the Jets have a lot of options this offseason, and I'm sure the media runs with it and makes it really bigger than it is. But, you know, the second overall pick in the draft, the Jets could get more weapons for Sam Darnold, or they could trade away Sam Darnold and try something new at quarterback. And this option with Jimmy Garoppolo, even though on paper it doesn't seem like the most exciting option, it kind of... it's one of the options that actually makes the most sense. New head coach Robert Saleh is coming from San Francisco. He's bringing San Francisco offensive coordinator Mike LaFleur over with him. And who better to bring over than Jimmy Garoppolo, San Francisco quarterback? So we'll try this out and we'll see how it goes. My curiosity's definitely piqued. Okay, here's Jimmy G in the Jets uniform. He's 76 star development, 29 years of age. I'll look in and see if we can fix his number in a minute here, but I want to check his contract. He's got 2 years left on his contract, and then I suppose we can reassess the situation and see if he's gelling well with the Jets. I couldn't give Jimmy G his classic number 10 because wide receiver Braxton Berrios is number 10. And, you know, I was really thinking about it. I'm not the biggest Berrios believer for the Jets. His contract would have been up after this following year, and I most likely was not going to re-sign him. So I just decided to trade him away here. He's going to Washington football team, and in return we got a 5th round pick, which I think is realistic or fair, if you will. So yeah, we got another additional draft pick, and now I could give Jimmy G his number 10. All right, here he is, Jimmy G in all his glory. He could be like the new Joe Namath. Like, Joe Namath was like super handsome, I guess, according to people from back then. I think Jimmy G's a pretty good-looking guy. All right, this is getting weird. Let's just play football. Just going to quickly run through the whole first round of the draft. I like to see Madden do a little mock for us. This first overall pick is going to be really interesting because I just saw before we hopped in here that the Jaguars signed Dak Prescott in free agency. And if we knew they were going to do that, we probably wouldn't have got Jimmy G and we would have got Trevor Lawrence. But c'est la vie. So we'll skip this first pick and they go with Penei Sewell. With our second overall pick, I'm just going to stick with what the plan was for this game, and it was to stick with Jimmy Garoppolo. You know, in real life we'd get Trevor Lawrence here because Jimmy Garoppolo's only got about 2 more years on his contract. But if we're going to stick with Jimmy G, hopefully make him our franchise guy, we got to get some weapons for him on offense, and that would be someone like Jamar Chase with the second overall pick. Look at that. Jamar Chase is a 77 hidden dev, ranked at number 2 in true value, according to this draft class. That's awesome. Okay, just running through the rest of these picks here. It should be really interesting since Trevor Lawrence is still on the board. It looks like Devontae Smith goes to Atlanta. The Dolphins select Kyle Pitts. The Bengals go... The Bengals have been drafting a quarterback in the first round the last couple of times I've done this video, and it doesn't make sense because they have Joe Burrow. So I guess Trevor Lawrence isn't going to be starting for a while because Madden just, you know, it ranks him by overall. Jeez, I don't know what to say. It's not going to be very realistic, or as realistic as I hoped it to be. The Eagles go with Micah Parsons. The Lions go with Jalen Waddle. The Panthers go with an outside linebacker. And the Broncos, big surprise here, go with Nixon. Nixon goes to the Broncos every single time I do this. Cowboys go with Zaven Collins. Giants pick up Rashad Bateman. Patrick Surtain to the 49ers. The Vikings select Trayvon Moehrig. Chargers go with Caleb Farley. Patriots do Christian Barmore. Gregory Rousseau is headed to Arizona. The Raiders go with Joseph Asai. The Dolphins with Trey Smith. Justin Fields goes to Washington football team. And we still got Zach Wilson and Trey Lance on the board here. Bears go with Wyatt Davis. Zach Wilson is headed to Indianapolis. The Titans go with Jalen Phillips. And this next 49ers pick, this is the one we traded to them. It's a former Jets 23rd overall pick. So let's see what the 49ers do with it. And they go with a tight end. That doesn't make any sense. That's like Daniel Jeremiah's mock draft has the 49ers drafting Kyle Pitts. Like, you have George Kittle, arguably the best, maybe top 2 tight end in the league. Why do you need another one? Steelers go with Nick Bolton. Jaguars select Javon Holland. Darren Kendrick to Cleveland. Ravens go with Sean Wade. Saints go with Kwity Paye. Bills, Rashawn Slater. The Packers go with Carlos Basham Jr. The Buccaneers, Joe Tryon. And finally, the Chiefs go with Terrace Marshall. All right, second round, first overall pick. The Jags go with Jabril Cox. And now it's time to make our selection here. Let's keep in mind we have... Oh, no, we only have one pick in the second round. Okay, let's make it a good one. We're going to go with J.C. Horn here. Just seemed to be the best player available, and we could use somebody on the other side of Brian Poole. He's a 72 hidden dev. With this pick, I decided to have a little fun, help improve our running backs, and Chuba Hubbard was on the board, and he ended up being 73 normal dev. Found us a backup full safety in Richard LeCounte. In the fourth round, I've added some depth to our D tackles with Aleem McNeil. Since Robert Saleh is coming from San Francisco, he's most likely going to change the defensive scheme from a 3-4 here to a 4-3. So the more bodies on that D-line, the better. Saw Hamilcar Rashad Jr. was available. I thought it was kind of a steal. This is the fifth round here. So 69 hidden dev is not a bad pickup. We had a second fifth round pick, and I spent it on another D tackle. Just again, we need the depth. So we actually had 3 fifth-round picks. I forgot that we traded Berrios to the 49ers for a fifth-round pick. I think this is that pick. And Anthony Schwartz was still on the board. I was reluctant to pick him originally just because I think I've picked him a number of times already in these videos, but he's a speed demon and a great weapon. Sixth round, I went with a backup right guard, and I think I'm going to get a backup left guard in the 7th here. Weren't any left guards available, so I went with a left tackle, backup left tackle. And here's just an overview of our draft. Again, Jamar Chase, J.C. Horn, Chuba Hubbard, and then pretty much just all depth the rest of the way here. Heading into week 1 here is our official team lineup. Again, Jimmy Garoppolo starting quarterback. We've got Jamison Crowder and second overall pick Jamar Chase over here, 77 hidden dev. And right behind them is Denzel Mims, the wide receiver prospect that the Jets drafted the year prior. And in free agency, we picked up Cam Robinson to kind of try to help balance out our O-line here. We picked up Mike Davis in free agency, and again, we drafted Chuba Hubbard back here. On the defensive side of the ball, we were really lucky to be able to re-sign Marcus May as well as Brian Poole. J.C. Horn, he's back here, but he'll definitely get in the scruff a few times this season, and as his overall goes up, we'll boost him up the rankings within the cornerback position. That being said, I really like Bryce Hall and Blesson Austin. I think they're going to be able to not only get a lot of tackles, but also a lot of interceptions for us. Our left outside linebacker, Rashad Jr. here, ended up being a better prospect than I anticipated, and he's got the starting job over Zuniga and Giles Harris here. Because he's hidden dev, he'll most likely start to progress a lot faster than the other guys. So we'll see how that goes this season. Also, I picked up Younghoe Koo in free agency. Okay, our first game of the season, the Jimmy Garoppolo-led Jets, is against the Jacksonville Jaguars, who are apparently led by Dak Prescott this year. So let's play the moments for this one, see how everyone looks, get a feel for the team, and we'll go from there. Okay, first quarter, and the Jaguars have the ball. Let's see if our team can stop them. They can't. They score a touchdown immediately. They get the ball back again, and they score another touchdown. Oh, my God. Okay, it's a 3-point game here. It's a red zone alert. Let's see what the team can do on their own. They score a touchdown, which is good, but we keep giving up points. This game could be a lost cause already. 2-minute drill. Let's see what we can do here. 48 seconds left on the clock, and we've got all of our timeouts left. There's Jimmy G at the helm. Nice pass to Mims there. Mims just keeps getting open. Jamar Chase. Ooh, toe tap. Looking for the end zone here with Crowder. Touchdown, baby. Okay, so like I can play well with them, but just the computer doesn't seem to want them to do anything. Okay. It's a one-score game now. We're back in it. Third down, make the stop. Okay, we've got the ball in the red zone. What can we do about it? What can we do? Oh, we turn it over. Oh, man. Big end of the game drive. I can't take it over. This is all about seeing what would happen with Jimmy G. 9 seconds left. Oh, clutch. Wow, that was exciting. That was really exciting. It was 9 seconds left on the clock, and I bet the clock was running because they didn't have any timeouts. And Jimmy G got the ball in. I'm assuming it was Jimmy G. I don't know why you would run it in that situation. Man, oh man. Look, that's a good game out of Jimmy G. Nearly 350 passing yards, 2 touchdowns. I mean, obviously you don't want to throw any interceptions here, but this means the offense was grooving. Rushing wise, nothing really of note here for the Jets. But receiving, Jamar Chase, 91 yards, a touchdown. Jamison Crowder also got a touchdown. But it looks like everyone pretty much got the ball. Close win like that always gets me fired up. It's just, I hope all of these games aren't as close. I hope we can dominate some other teams. But I also hope we can stay consistent to the rest of this season here. So we're going to simulate to the midseason and see how the Jets with Jimmy Garoppolo are able to do. Oh, geez. It looks like the Jets are only 2-5 at this point of the year. I guess they couldn't keep the momentum going from that first, electric game that we had. That being said, the division is still relatively close. Hopefully the Jets are able to turn something around the second half of this season. Jimmy G is 8th in passing and 9th in touchdowns here. Yeah, interceptions are a little high, but, compared to the rest of the league, these are pretty good numbers. Mims putting in the work, which is exciting to see. Tied for most touchdown receptions at this point of the year with Christopher Herndon the 4th. Jamar Chase doing pretty well for himself. And, Jamison Crowder is just a consistent baller. I mean, a lot of the games that we lost here are really close. But, these division losses, they're not going to help us at all here. Okay, we already see that Jamar Chase is superstar dev, which is exciting. And we still don't know about Hamilcar Rashed or J.C. Horn back here. I think the team's got potential to do great things the second half of this year. So I'm gonna remain positive, optimistic, and we'll see how they finish the year with Jimmy G. What did I tell you? 9-7. They turned around big time with only 2 more losses the rest of the year, and they made it to the postseason. Jimmy G in his first year with the Jets leads them to the wild card round of the NFL playoffs. They came in 2nd place in the division. And again, the division remained really, really competitive. Pretty solid numbers from Jimmy G here, nearly reaching 4,000 yards, 29 touchdowns, and 17 interceptions is quite a lot. And hopefully he's able to control that here in the postseason. When did we sign RG3? Rushing-wise, if we're going to combine Chuba and Mike Davis's yards together, that's not a bad rushing game at all. That'd be a combined 10 touchdowns over 12,000 yards there. And Perrine got in the scruff as well. Receiving, Jamison Crowder went off, 1,300 yards, 8 touchdowns. Mims with 7 touchdowns himself. Jamar, it looks like, didn't get too many touches. Maybe, he got a lot of catches, just not a lot of touchdowns. I was going to say maybe he got injured, but compared to the rest of these guys, I'm sure he played the full season if I'm looking at just his reception numbers alone. Defensively, C.J. Mosley led the team in tackles. These sack numbers, I think they could be better. Interceptions, wow, C.J. Mosley and Blesson Austin tied for 3 interceptions apiece. Oh, so I guess we have RG3 because Jimmy G got hurt? How long has he been hurt for? And he's going to be out 7 weeks. We don't have Jimmy G for the playoffs here. And somehow, some way we make the Super Bowl, he's not going to be in the Super Bowl. Can we see at what point he got injured? I can't find a way to figure out when he got injured. It looked like he played most of the season, but I forgot to think about how injury-prone Jimmy G is, and that this could be a problem for us. Looks like a foot fracture, and again, he's out 7 weeks, which is the remainder of the entire postseason. And the computer went ahead and found us RG3. Well, RG3 does have some postseason experience, and I guess we'll just have to use what we have here. He's got a really solid receiving core and some pretty decent running backs to rely on. Outside of that here, it looks like J.C. Horn, if I may scooch down there, is a star dev. He'll definitely boost up the DB rankings into next season. Confused as to why Rashed here, we don't know what his thing is. Maybe he's been injured. Well, finding out that our starting quarterback is injured lowers expectations here, but we're going to play the moments anyway and see if RG3 can rally the team behind him and make some moves. Okay, first quarter here. Bills score a touchdown on the first drive. 3rd down alert for us, and we make it pretty deep into the red zone, and we score a touchdown. That's not bad against division leaders. 3rd down alert. We have to kick it off, I guess, or punt it off. Okay, going back and forth here. We're in the red zone again, and we're leading 14-7. Not bad. Let's see if we can hold them. Nope, they scored touchdown 2 to tie it up in the 4th. They're going to score maybe again unless we hold them, please. Okay, they scored a field goal, and now it's 14-17. Big end-of-game drive. Get a score for the lead. I'm going to sim this. Because if it was Jimmy G, maybe I play it, but I'm just going to sim this. Let's see if RG3 has what it takes. 3rd down alert. 4th down alert. Oh, they turn it over. And we're going to get a punt here. We got one timeout left. Frick it. I want to win a playoff game. I haven't won a playoff game yet with the Jets here. RG3 leading the charge. Who would have thought this would have been the case when we started this video? Looks like we don't have all of our receivers. That's concerning. Uh-oh. Oh, man. Oh, we were doing so good, man. I got hit as I threw it, and I freaking lobbed it up. I think we really had a chance there. I think we really did. Even though RG3 didn't freaking throw any touchdowns, they kept it even. The defense really held this team. Man, God, Jimmy G. Now I know why everyone doesn't want him on the team anymore. He keeps getting hurt, and he puts us in terrible situations in the postseason. Oh, we're playing Le'Veon Bell, too. He had a revenge game against us. That would have been great to rub it in his face. Yeah, look at this. Jamar Chase got hurt. The team fell apart at the seams here, in the end, which is disappointing. But hey, I'm really optimistic about this next season. I think we can take it even further. Looks like a Packers-Browns Super Bowl. View the yearly awards. C.J. Mosley won Defensive Player of the Year. Good for him. Jamar Chase and Chuba Hubbard made Offensive Rookie of the Year honors at 4th and 5, but it ultimately went to Zach Wilson. I guess Trevor Lawrence played? Jimmy G only made 9th place for Best Quarterback. Even though C.J. Mosley won Best Defensive Player, he came in 2nd for Best Linebacker. That's pretty much it for when it comes to Jets players winning yearly awards there. We'll see who wins the Super Bowl. Looks like it's a 38-35 Cleveland Browns Super Bowl victory. Hey, I'm gonna re-sign RG3 here. Not a bad backup option, it felt like. I wasn't super nervous letting him take the reins there in that wild card game. Let's see if we can keep him around, just as backup safety. Well, he doesn't want anything to do with us. Just a quick draft recap for you. We had 2 first-round picks, and with those picks, at least with the first one, I went with Aiden Hutchinson out of Michigan, and he turned out to be 76 hidden dev. Next, I went with an outside linebacker, and he ended up being 70 normal dev. The second pick, this was just the best player on the board, Christian Harris, middle linebacker, and he turned out to be 73 hidden dev. And pretty much everyone else here is just depth. Not a lot of offensive positions in this draft that we picked up. That's just because I'm really content with the way our offense was running last season. Not a lot of holes to fill in that regard. Okay, here's our starting lineup for year 2 of Jimmy G as the Jets starting quarterback, and he's beginning to regress. He's still star dev, but now he's 30, and he's down to a 76 overall. Not a lot of changes in the offseason to this offense. Jamar Chase is, again, he ended up being superstar dev, and Mims is still right behind him in the lineup. The only big addition we made on offense this past offseason was getting a decent backup. Again, just in the event Jimmy G gets hurt, I think Jacoby Brissett is an excellent backup. Defense is where we made the most upgrades. In the offseason, we signed J.J. Watt to a 2-year deal, and right behind him is our first-round selection, Aiden Hutchinson. He'll definitely get in the scruff more than once here. J.C. Horn ended up being star dev, and I think we'll pop him up before Bryce Hall here. And Rashad ended up being a star dev too, and I'll bump him above Zuniga. And I'll put Harris as MLB 2 here. All right, year 2 here, and if I'm remembering correctly, this is the final year of Jimmy G's current contract. If we make the postseason again, I don't see why we don't re-sign him, at least for a little more. But questions do start arising of what do we do once Jimmy G's time is up here. Maybe we start looking at quarterback in this next draft or in the offseason. Who knows? But it's all about how we perform this year. And let's just sim to midseason and see what we do. Okay, midway point here. The Jets are 4-4. Better look at this point than what we were doing last season. And the division, it could be anybody's. Garoppolo right now is 2nd in passing yards and 3rd in passing touchdowns. Wow, this is incredible. Only 6 interceptions, 17 touchdowns, and already over 2. I mean, if he keeps this pace up, he looks like he could reach 5,000 yards. This is really, really crazy in a good way. Rushing wise, combined, they're past, 600 yards? So it looks like they're getting some moves here. 4 touchdowns for Hubbard and Perrine with 3. I mean, receiving, Jamison Crowder at this point of the year, 200 away from 1,000 with 9 touchdowns already. Garoppolo and Crowder connection, who would have saw this coming? It's incredible. Our record as it stands, just at 500, my first reaction was I wasn't getting too excited, but these player stats are incredible. I think that we can turn it around here like we did last season. And Garoppolo, if he has a greater year as projected, we need to resign this guy. Oh, man. The Jets stuck at 500, 8-8. Doesn't look like it was enough to make the postseason. We're not in there. I bet if we had won just one more game, we would have slid. We would have slid right in there. Jimmy finished 8th in passing yards, but 20 in passing touchdowns. It's still a really good year from Garoppolo. Man, that's 4,000 yards, 27 TDs. He's been consistent since coming to the Jets. We talk about should we re-sign him. I mean, the guy first year out of the gate takes us to the playoffs. The Jets. And here, it's disappointing. We were really, really close. I think we got to keep running with it. Speaking of running, here are rushing yards. If we're going to share the ball like this, Mike Davis, Drew Hubbard combined, that's not a bad year for these guys. Freaking Perrine, if you've been watching my other videos, Perrine is like a touchdown master. It's crazy. Receiving-wise, we had 2,000-yard receivers. Except, the touchdown ratio is pretty widespread. You want to see more from Chase. But man, oh man, Jamison Crowder. That's a really great year for him. CJ Mosley leads the team in tackles. J.J. Watt bringing in 13 sacks and first-round pick back up to J.J. Watt with 9.5 sacks. The numbers are up. And CJ, who led the team in tackles, also leads the team in interceptions. This is middle linebacker extraordinaire. Colts Vikings Super Bowl. Yearly awards, we don't see Jimmy G on MVP. And Mosley is not on Defensive Player of the Year, but J.J. Watt is. Aiden Hutchinson comes in 3rd for Defensive Rookie of the Year. Garoppolo comes in at 10th for Best Quarterback. Crowder comes in 2nd for Best Wide Receiver. J.J. comes in 2nd for Best D-Line. And that pretty much sums up our yearly awards. I mean, record aside, this was a really solid year for the Jets. And I'm sure Jimmy G has something to do with it. Those numbers were great. At least at the halfway point of the season. All right, Colts topped the Vikings in the Super Bowl 25-14. And now, here we are. We got to go in and try to re-sign 31-year-old Jimmy Garoppolo. 75 normal dev. Again, I still think it's worth it. We'll see what he's able to produce. Of course, there's not a ginormous contract here. Maybe a 2-3 year deal. I don't know. Let's do a 3-year deal here. See if he even wants to accept it. Okay. I guess he doesn't want anything to do with us. Do we franchise tag him? I don't know what our quarterback options are for this offseason. Or maybe we'll try and get him in free agency because I don't see a lot of teams going after him in free agency. So here in free agency, the top teams, the top quarterbacks available are Stafford 75, Jimmy 75, and Cam 74. And I guess I was sadly mistaken not to think that anybody wanted Jimmy G here in free agency. It looks like the Vikings, who just won the Super Bowl, Patriots, and Bucks want in on him. We'll throw our hats in the ring here. Again, another 3-year deal. See if he's interested. I mean, that's all we can do. I don't want to waste too much money on him. Because again, it's just going to be a 1-year deal here. But I'd like to keep him around. He did it surprisingly well for us. Welp, our contract was rejected by Jimmy Garoppolo, which means we, the Jets, are in the market for a new quarterback. And here are our options. We can get this Clemson guy. We could get C.J. Stroud or Bryce Young. These are like the best options for a legitimate starting quarterback. Carson Strong doesn't seem like a bad option either. But what pick in the draft do we have? We have pick number 14. I don't know if these guys would fall to that. So we'll see what's up. Maybe we trade up. I think we have like just regular picks, like 1 through 7, no doubles. But we'll see what we can do. Here's a quick draft recap for you. I was worried because we needed a quarterback in this draft. I was worried we needed to trade up, and that was not the case. We were able to get C.J. Stroud out of Ohio State with the 14th overall pick. He's 75, hidden dev. Second round, we got wide receiver Jermaine Burton, and he's 72, hidden dev. Third round, we got Brian Branch and cornerback, 69 overall, normal dev. We got right guard Chris Morris, 70, hidden dev. We got a left guard and a backup strong safety and a backup right end. This is a pretty solid draft, I think. Okay, here's what our offense looks like heading into this coming season with rookie C.J. Stroud at the helm. 76 hidden dev at this point. It doesn't really look like him, but there's not a lot of options to change it. Here's our rookie right guard starting for us. He's got hidden dev. And not much has changed at the wideout position. Jamison Crowder still in that starting slot, and I'm okay with that because he produces there. Jamar Chase, superstar, 86 overall. In the offseason, we got T.Y. Hilton just to add depth, and here is our rookie wide receiver with hidden dev. Maybe we boost him up here. On defense, JJ has regressed to just superstar, and right behind him is Aiden Hutchinson, who turned out to be superstar himself. J.C. Horn star and starting. Chris Harris ended up being a star. He's a backup here. Maybe we move Chris Harris to outside linebacker. Christian Harris, 78, star dev at outside linebacker. That'll work for us. Okay, new QB here, so I want to play the moments in this first game, see what he looks like and how he feels. First quarter drive, let's see what he's able to do. Third down, red zone. Come on, CJ, get it in there. That's a touchdown. Okay, we only let him score a field goal. Let's get the ball back. Nope, we give it right back to him. What happens? They score a touchdown. We're down by 3. but they still have the ball somehow. And now they're up by a score, and we give him the ball again, and big field goal kick. Okay, down by 3. Let's see if we can hold them. Okay, now we're down by 2 scores. It's a red zone. Now we're down by just a field goal, and the ball is going all over the place. Third down, make the stop. Okay, big end of game drive. Let's see if he's able to remain clutch here. What does he do? He scores a touchdown. Game is on the line. Let's see if the defense can hold him. Maybe. Nope. Beginning of game drive. Let's see what we can do here. Got all of our timeouts left. Just over a minute left to play. There's CJ Stroud in at quarterback. First down. Ooh, deep pass here, and that was dangerous. That was really dangerous. Ooh, hit as we threw. Oh, Jamar dropped it. Oh, he was open too. Oh, well, that's a turnover. Looks like it's the end of the game. God darn it. That's a heartbreaker. It was a close one. I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't turn over the ball. I threw it to the guys who were open, and it was drops, and it was poor accuracy throws. CJ Stroud, pretty good debut. Only 1 interception, 2 touchdowns, nearly 350 yards. Rushing-wise, Mike Davis over 50 yards and a touchdown. Receiving-wise, looks like Mims put in the work for us today. All right, I'll give the Jets the benefit of the doubt here. That was a pretty good Patriots team with some really good players. So let's see if they're able to turn things around midway through the season. Okay, looks like at this point in the season, the Jets are 3-4. CJ with some pretty modest numbers here. That's about 1 interception per game. Rushing-wise, Mike Davis, it looks like he was hurt a little bit. So Chuba's been getting a majority of the carries. But freaking Perrine still has all the touchdowns. And yeah, it looks like CJ Stroud really likes throwing it to Mims. So his contract's up this year. We're gonna look to re-sign him because he's really been producing these last couple seasons. Jamar Chase, on the other hand, I don't know why we're not getting him the ball more. Okay, we're gonna simulate to the end of the season, see how we do. Okay, the Jets only finished 7-9 here with CJ Stroud. Obviously did not make the playoffs. CJ Stroud finished 7th in passing yards and 14th in passing touchdowns, which is pretty impressive for a rookie. It's a lot of interceptions, though. It's a lot of interceptions. Rushing-wise, again, I know Mike Davis was injured, but these combined numbers, I guess it passes 1,000. 7 touchdowns for Chuba is cool, and man, Perrine with 6. Receiving, Jameson still going strong. Over 1,000 yards, 14 touchdowns. It's incredible. It's incredible. Jamar Chase, I don't know, are we not passing it to him enough, or is he just dropping it a lot? I have no idea. CJ Mosley once again leads the team in tackles. Quinnen Williams with double-digit sacks. And Blesson Austin leads the team with 4 interceptions. Just curious how our other guys are doing. Here's Jimmy G. Still had a pretty decent year here. Got to check if he made the playoffs. And let's see if Sam Darnold is still with the 49ers. He is. And those are pretty modest numbers. Let's check those standings for those guys. Okay, so the 49ers finished 8-8. That's Sam Darnold's team. And the Vikings, who won the Super Bowl last year, they only finished 5-11. Sorry, Jimmy G. Looks like a Bears-Bills Super Bowl. Upgrading CJ to an 80 here, and we should be able to see his dev trait. It's just a star. Scope out some yearly awards. MVP Patrick Mahomes. Offensive Rookie of the Year did go to CJ Stroud. That's really cool. Best QB Stroud came in 10. Jamison Crowder won Best Wide Receiver. J.J. Watt and Quinnen Williams made the list for Best Defensive Lineman. So pretty solid. I mean, look in the offseason, see how we can improve this team without breaking the bank. Right, here's how we fared in the draft for this year. First round, we used our pick on a left guard, Bryce Foster, and he's 73 normal dev. Second round, this guy seemed to be the best player available. Running back Will Shipley out of Clemson, and he's 73, also normal dev. We found a backup right end in the 3rd round. He's 70 normal dev. I think these are all normal dev guys, and at this point now it's just backups. Yeah, everyone here seems to be normal dev, but you know, it's all about depth, and I think we got a really solid team heading into next year. Here's our offensive lineup for year 2 of Stroud being the Jets starting quarterback. Jamar Chase, still superstar, 89 overall, has been bumped up to the starter. We still have Jamison Crowder, Mims on the other side, and then our rookie from last year, Burton, turned out to be star dev. He's 76 overall. So I say we're pretty stacked at wide receiver. Here's another rookie from last year. He's star dev. He's already at a 78. And in free agency, we signed Antonio Gibson. I was a fan of him coming into last year's draft. Expected him to do big things, and he had an incredible first year in the NFL here. And there's our rookie, Will Shipley, 3rd string running back. Here's a look at our defense. Aiden Hutchinson has regressed down to a star dev, but he's still an 82 overall. In free agency, we got Gay here at outside linebacker, star dev, 79. Christian Harris has been upgraded to starter, 78 star dev, over CJ Mosley, who's now normal dev, 73. And Rashed used to be star dev. Looks like he's just normal now, and he's 74, starting on that side of the ball. All right, let's see what the Jets do this season. All right, looks like the Jets are only 2-5 here, and if you look at the top left, last week we lost to the Patriots 52-20. It's never a good sign when you have just as many interceptions as you do touchdowns, and we're not even into double-digit touchdowns yet. However, that is quite a lot of yards at this point of the year, but still, CJ needs to work on his red zone play, I suppose. Rushing, it looks like it's all Antonio Gibson here. 4 touchdowns so far. Receiving-wise, looks like, yeah, spreading the ball pretty evenly. Jamison Crowder already with over 500 yards. Let's see if the Jets can dig themselves out of this hole. I'm nervous if we don't, Robert Saleh could get fired. Holy guacamole here. Jets went 9-7, completely flipped the script, and now they're in the postseason. CJ finished 5th in passing yards, 8 in passing touchdowns. Wow, I mean, there's still quite a bit of interceptions, but 34 passing touchdowns and over 4,000 yards. Pretty impressive. In the rushing game, I guess if you want to say Chuba and Antonio shared carries, it's a 1,000-yard rushing season, and a lot of touchdowns shared by everyone here. Receiving-wise, 2,000-yard receivers. Jamison Crowder at his age, 9 years into the league. That's a great season, but man, oh man, Jamar Chase really showing his potential. Looks like our free agent pickup, Willie Gay, led the team with 104 tackles. Kind of weak when it came to sacks here. We want to see those numbers a little higher. And J.C. Horn, who we just re-signed, led the team in interceptions. So year 2 here for C.J. Stroud as the Jets starting quarterback, and he's led them to the wild card round. Let's see if we can make it to the divisional. Okay, first quarter drive, we'll see what CJ can do with the team here. Red zone alert, and we get a touchdown right off the bat. See if we can hold the Patriots here. Nope, we let them score a touchdown as well. 3rd down alert. Nope, we give it to the Patriots again, and they score another touchdown. And then another touchdown. It's a 2-minute drill, and we score immediately, and we have the ball again in the red zone. And what do we do about it? We kick a field goal, so it's a 4-point game. Patriots have the ball, and they move it pretty well here in the game. Red zone alert. What can we do? 23-28 now. 1-score game. We've got to hold them here. And we do. Big end of game drive. What can CJ do? CJ. 31-28. All we got to do is hold him. We can't hold him. Big end of game drive. Let's see what he can do. 3rd down alert. 3rd down alert. 4th down alert. This is a mistake, me coming in here. Okay, see, a field goal isn't going to do it for us. Jamar with the toe tap. Oh, Jacoby Brissett is in. And Jacoby gets the last minute points here. Let's see if we can hold him. Big 3rd down, make the stop. Oh my God, what happened? They tied it up. All right, they tied it up. And Jacoby's still in, which means CJ must have got seriously hurt. Oh my goodness, what a catch! If only we had a little more time on the clock. Looks like we're heading into overtime with our backup quarterback, Jacoby Brissett. Jets have won the toss, which is good. We'll elect to receive. Overtime alert, we'll see what Jacoby can do. We'll see what the AI can do. I remember in last year's Madden, Jacoby Brissett won MVP like every year. So we'll see what he's able to do. No, they turned the ball over, and oh my god. Oh my god. I should have just played. God darn it. Golly, man. Joe Burrow threw 5 touchdowns, nearly 500 yards. But, I mean, Jacoby had a great game, too. Look at those stats. Jacoby didn't throw any interceptions. He threw 3 touchdowns and over 350 yards. You can't ask any more out of your backup here. It looks like CJ got injured really early in the game. Rushing-wise, man, 2 touchdowns from Antonio Gibson here. No fumbles. It looks like we did not turn over the ball. Jamar Chase and Crowder, over 100-yard game for both of them. Multiple touchdowns for Crowder, 1 for Jamar Chase. I mean, this was a great offensive game. I guess the defense just couldn't hold up. That's a shame. We came so close. Looks like Ashton Davis and Bryce Hall were both injured as well. But, but CJ wasn't on the report, which makes me feel like he only had just like he won't return to this game. And if we won that game, we would have seen him in the divisional, but we didn't win because we never win. And it looks like the Patriots are in the Super Bowl against the Dallas Cowboys. CJ's only 8th in best quarterback. We didn't see him in any other lists. I don't know. That was a really good year. Brief draft recap here. First round, we got a D tackle in Michael Williams, 72 normal dev. We got a corner in Traquan Fegans in the second round, and he is a 72 normal dev. I'm pretty sure everyone else is normal dev. Yeah, Justice Finkley, D tackle, 69 normal dev. And, we say it all the time, DEPTH, depth. Okay, here's a look at our lineup heading into this new season. CJ has been upgraded to Superstar Dev. He's an 83 overall heading into his 3rd year, just at 23 years of age. Jamar Chase is up to a 93 overall. Jamison Crowder on the other side with Mims and this guy. In free agency, I wanted to give our offense just a little extra oomph, and we picked up Brevin Jordan, Star Dev 80 overall, only 24 years old. On the defense here, not much has changed. We pick up Tyler Shelvin in free agency, 78 normal dev. And, yeah, I don't know. I say let's go out there and get this money. Sim into the midseason. Here we go. Okay, at this point, the Jets are 3-4. However, it looks like we're leading the division. Of course, that being said, it's a 3. We all have 3 wins. It could be anybody's division. But let's check out the stats. Okay, I mean, nothing really jumping out at me here. 10 interceptions. You'd rather have a lower number every time, but okay. Rushing-wise, Chuba Hubbard with 5 touchdowns. Antonio Gibson with only 1, but he's got nearly double the rushing yards. Receiving end of things, looks like our free agent Brevin Jordan is leading the charge with 464 receiving yards. That being said, he doesn't have any touchdowns. It's Jamison Crowder with 7 touchdowns so far. And this is a contract year for Jamison Crowder. He's getting older, which means he'll start to regress a lot faster, but he's still producing brilliantly. Let's see if we can maintain this division lead heading in to the playoffs. Yes, dude. 10-6. And we won the division. Freaking sick. CJ finished 5th in passing touchdowns. Nice. Only 5 more interceptions since the last time we checked in. Over 4,000 rushing yards and 37 tutties. The rushing game, this is impressive for everyone sharing the ball here. Over 1,300 yards combined just between these two alone. 3 touchdowns for Antonio, but 7 for Chuba. And even Will Shipley, our 3rd string, got in 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. And CJ running the ball pretty good. Receiving, no one really passed 1,000 yards, but man, 12 touchdowns for Jamar, 13 for Jamison. Christian Harris leading the team with tackles. Double-digit sacks for Quinnen. I like to see it. And that's 5, count them, 5 interceptions for J.C. Horn. Very solid season from the Jets here. Just want to check and make sure we don't have any injuries going into this game. Okay, Marcus May is out, and our starting right tackle, Cam Robinson, is out. But, you know, I think we can power through those injuries. Let's play the moments here. Division rival Dolphins in the wild card. Okay, first quarter drive. Let's see what CJ can do. Red zone alert. They score a field goal. Okay, we're up 3-0. Let's see if we can hold them here. Nope, they score a touchdown. Red zone alert. What can we do? What can we do? Another field goal to 1-point game, but we have the ball again in the red zone, and they score a touchdown there. 10-13, 2-minute drill. CJ, don't turn it over. You turn it over. It's a tie game heading into the half. Dolphins in their red zone, and they score ahead by, how did they, I guess they got a safety on us, and they have the ball again. Third down alert. Okay, we're down by 2 scores here. Red zone alert. CJ with a touchdown. Here we go. End of game drive. Get a score for the lead. Don't mind if I do. I'm sick of everyone winning playoff games except for us. CJ Stroud still in. Brevin Jordan pretty fast. Field goal's not going to do it. We need a touchdown. Ooh, Antonio Gibson's fast. Or was that Chuba? Sorry, I missed it. Seven yards away from a score here. There's a lot of time on the clock, though. Peculiar situation here because we don't want to get stuck with a 3rd and goal situation. That being said, if we score too soon, we could be giving the Dolphins enough time to come back and score points themselves. Oh, touchdown. I'd want to go for 2. Oh, they went for 2 and they got it. Okay, so let's see if the defense can hold them. Oh, my goodness. Of course, they always... Oh. Let's run down the clock. Antonio Gibson's good in this game. Dolphins use the first of their timeouts, just a little over a minute left. If we get a first down, we can have this game in the bag. First down? No, not yet. Dolphins use another timeout. We're getting field goal range? Maybe? I don't know. It's kind of a stretch. Only 2 yards for a first down. Can we do it? Can we do it? Oh, we almost got sabotaged by our own guy there. Oh, we had an injury timeout? Guess we had an injury timeout. Oh, well. Boom. Victory formation. Have we done it? Have the Jets won a playoff game? Oh, baby. Well, we've done it. The Jets have won a playoff game, and that's with C.J. Stroud. Not with Jimmy Garoppolo, C.J. Stroud. C.J. with 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, over 350 yards passing, a passer rating of 119.5. Rushing game was pretty stagnant here, but, you know, we were running with Gibson that whole 4th quarter trying to run down the clock, and he did an exceptional job. Receiving, man, again, our free agents pick up Brevin Jordan with 129 yards, 10 catches. Fortunately, no touchdowns for him, but Jamar Chase with a touchdown there. Aiden Hutchinson made the weekly awards list because he had 5 sacks and 9 tackles last game. Here's a look at the playoff picture. We're going up against the Ravens this week. Wow, we were the 2nd seed. That's awesome. Okay, divisional round matchup against the Ravens. First quarter drive. Let's see what CJ and the Jets can do. 3rd down. Kick a field goal. Up 3-0. We get the ball again, though, in the red zone. 3rd down. 4th down. We kick another field goal. But we have the ball again. Okay, no, we turn it over, I guess. Let's see what happens. They're up by 1 point. But we have it in the red zone again, and we score a touchdown finally. Okay? They score another touchdown. 2-minute drill. Let's see what we can do. Down by just 1 point. We score. They score. Big field goal kick heading into the half. We're up by 6. Ravens have the ball. We're up by just a field goal now. Hold them here. And now they score a touchdown. 3rd down alert. Let's see what CJ can do. Nothing. He turns the ball over. Now we're down by a touchdown. Big end of game drive. Let's hop in. Oh, can't escape it. Gosh darn it. Oh my goodness. We're stuck running again. Oh, shoot. Shoot. 4th and 9. I don't think a field goal is going to do us any good. Brevin? Yeah! Great conversion. Antonio, touchdown. Tying it up. Okay, defense needs to hold him here. What did they do? They scored a touchdown. And there's 15 seconds left. Oh, Crowder was wide open and I threw it when it hit me. God. Man, we were right about to tie it up if CJ's throwing animation was just a little faster. Oh my God, at this rate, it feels like the Jets will never win a Super Bowl. CJ, 0 interceptions, 2 touchdowns, again over 350 yards. He knows how to perform in the postseason. Rushing Antonio Gibson, 78 yards, 1 touchdown, and you know he did well in the receiving game as well. Again, Brevin really brought it all. And Crowder, we got to re-sign him. We got to. It was a really good Ravens team we played against. During the load screen when they showed the player comparison, they had multiple 99 overall players. Looks like a Vikings-Chiefs Super Bowl. And just to put your minds at ease, I'm pretty sure Jimmy G is not on the Vikings anymore. Yeah, no, it's Jordan Love, who is apparently a superstar now. Jimmy G is a free agent, actually, I'm pretty sure. Nobody re-signed him the last 2 seasons. He's just sitting there free agency. But while we're checking, let's see if Sam Darnold is still with the 49ers. He indeed is. He's an 81. And looks like he's sticking around there for a little while longer. Yearly awards, Jameis Winston wins MVP with the Cowboys. And CJ made 8th on that list. CJ 7th for Offensive Player of the Year. CJ was 3rd best quarterback. And wow, both of our receivers up there for best wide receiver. Jamar Chase winning it. Jamison Crowder runner-up. Quinnen Williams came 2nd for best D-line. 2nd, J.C. Horn, corners. I mean, that was a great season. Just a great season. And I think we have 1 more year left on CJ's contract. We'll see if we can go even further. Okay, so we went through the draft and free agency here, and just so you know, we picked up C.J. Stroud's 5th-year option, so we have 2 more years with him. And I skipped the draft recap just because there wasn't anything exciting. I'll walk you through here all of the big offseason additions. Jamison Crowder, even though we tried our best to re-sign him, he refused to come back. He wanted to hit free agency. He wanted a new team. So in the offseason to compensate, I got this guy, Garrett Wilson. He's an 84 star dev. Hopefully he should be able to fill Jamison Crowder's shoes. Right back there is this guy that we picked up a few seasons ago, and Mims is here as well. Same running back core here, and I upgraded our O-line with center David Andrews, 82 star development. He's a little old, but I think we signed him to a 2-year deal. And right behind him is Josh Myers. It's pretty... I think we're set at center here for a little while. On the defensive side, we picked up Kinlaw for the defensive line. Again, just trying to go all in these next couple seasons here with C.J. Stroud. Looks like Quinnen Williams became an X factor, which is exciting. And our linebackers all have star development. So this is where our team stands now. 86 overall, 88 offense, 84 defense. We made it pretty far into the playoffs last year, and I expect better productivity this time around. So let's sim to midseason and see how this team does. Wow, at the midway point, 1-6. The Jets are 1-6. 6 games behind in the division. CJ's 5th in passing yards, 7th in touchdowns. His interceptions are down. Rushing-wise, not a lot happening for us. What the heck could be is our defense non-existent? No one seems to be injured. We lost the 2 first divisional games. But the rest of these, they seem to be one-score games. They were very close. But at the end of the day, if we didn't get the W, it doesn't matter if it was close or not. Just have been able to turn things around second half of the season before. If we win out, we're 10-6, and that seems to be a pretty decent chance to make the playoffs. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Well, who would have saw this coming? We've been fired after 2 consecutive years making the playoffs. Robert Saleh's been fired. Let's see how the Jets did this year. Still trying to see the Jets. Still can't find them. Okay, the Jets went 5-11. Yeah, I mean, third worst in the league. It's a shame we couldn't stick around for that last year with C.J. Stroud. Our record isn't great, but C.J. had some pretty decent stats halfway through the season. Let's see what he was able to do this year. C.J. with possibly his best season to date at 48,000 yards, 31 touchdowns and 12 interceptions, and a passer rating of 102.9. Rushing-wise, the team improved. Chuba Hubbard led with 8 touchdowns. Receiving, Jamar Chase had an excellent year, 1,200 yards, 7 touchdowns. Free agent pickup also had 7 tutties. I mean, on the defensive side of the ball, we had 3 defenders with 100 or more tackles. The sack numbers are pretty okay here, and Bryce Hall led with 3 interceptions. If you looked at these stats alone, you'd say this is a playoff team. Am I right? Like these are great stats, and we only finished 5-11, resulted in Robert Saleh getting the axe. I mean, with those stats being as great as they were, CJ didn't even make the list for MVP. He's 6th for Offensive Player of the Year, 6th for Best Quarterback. I mean, CJ ranks in the top 3 here. Top 2 for passing yards. If you want to compare and contrast to Russell Wilson, who had an absolutely insane year, 5,200 yards, 43 touchdowns. I get why he didn't, of course, win MVP, but to be ranked so low on the quarterback rankings, I see a lot of guys had a lot of touchdowns this season. I still think that this is possibly the best season of CJ's career. And at this point already, if we were still the Jets coach and we win another season, you re-sign this guy right away. Right away. He looks to be the franchise quarterback for the Jets. He's been playing exceptional. Okay, so we got 3 job offers. Washington football team finished 11-5, but I think the Colts, ratings-wise, says their offense is 89, defense is 87. And their quarterback should be Zach Wilson at this point, which is exciting that they already have their franchise guy. So let's just go with the Colts just so we can pick a team here in advance and see how everyone shapes up. Looking at quarterback rankings here, I don't see Garoppolo anywhere. Sam Darnold, okay. C.J. Stroud is just a few legacy points away from Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold only has 1 yearly award. C.J. already has 2. And Garoppolo, I guess he's a free agent, and he's got 2 Super Bowls and 3 AFC championships. Those were with the Patriots, right? And the AFC championship was with when he went to the Super Bowl with the 49ers. But, This is where we're going to end the video. We've led the Jets all the way here, and they found their franchise quarterback in C.J. Stroud, who's brought them to a couple playoff appearances, which is good for the Jets. And they were on a bit of a downturn that last season, but I'm so confident they can turn around. They have such a solid team with great stats. And heading into his 5th year, C.J. is 89 superstar dev. And he's young. You just can't ask for any more. So I'll end the video here. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any recommendations for who the Jets should take with the 2nd overall pick or trade for with the 2nd overall pick, leave a comment and I'll make that video. And make sure to check out bestavailableplayer.com for more cool content just like this.